Hey everyone, just a couple of announcements and a recap of what we talked about this past Tuesday at Sharpen Your Fiction. So, point number one, classes are now from 6:30 until 8 o'clock. So 90-minute Sharpen Your Fiction class instead of 60 minutes, but no write-in, at least not for now. Starting in November, we will start adding some Saturday classes, and I appreciate those of you who have been patient about this. Thank you very much. We discussed how using the beginning of a short story can really help you create some mystery, some element of oddness or dis-ease to your story. And I wasn't just talking about mysteries in particular. All stories can kind of have a sense of, oh, where am I at? What kind of world have I encountered? How do my characters feel about what's happening here? So we talked about kind of more out there writers like Karen Russell, people who use a little bit of magical realism or mystery to their stories. I wanted to take today to talk about where is this voice coming from. And this is from Eudora Welty. It's a famous story. It's a depiction of the person who killed Medgar Evers. And fun fact, she wrote it the night after that happened, and all in one go. She said that she felt like she knew that voice as a Southern writer and wanted to put it on the page. And here's why I'm telling you about this. Because in order to create a story that's got some level of mystery, where your characters, where your reader doesn't quite know what's going to happen next, you need complex characters. And one adage, as you know, we all like to say, have compassion for your characters, but in this case, the adage of don't punch down is particularly valuable. So, where is this voice coming from? Is the title. And I'll just read that first paragraph with a small edit, as you'll see. I says to my wife, "You can reach and turn it off. You don't have to sit and look at that black face no longer than you want to, or listen to what you don't want to hear. It's still a free country. I reckon that's how I give myself the idea." We don't know this voice, right? But there is something compelling about it, something familiar and human. And when I say that, I mean, first, I says to my wife. So immediately we have an I. And when you're reading an I, there's an immediacy that prompts you as the reader to do a little bit of identification, because you too refer to yourself as I. Second, this I has a wife. So the relationship is something that a lot of us are familiar with. Oh yeah, I have a wife, I have a husband, right? There is interconnectivity. And then it's still a free country reminds us immediately that this person is also an American. There's some idea that's in conflict. Well, isn't it a free country? Can't I do what I want? Can't I believe what I want? Which automatically creates a conflict. So you're witnessing this person have a complicated reaction to watching one moment on the screen, and you don't even know what that moment is. When you pair that with the title, which has nothing to do with this story itself, if you just look at it, where is this voice coming from? It's fabulous because it's asking you, the reader, who is this voice? And why do we recognize it? And that in itself, it's an incredible use of title, because that in itself is creating a little bit of discomfort. We're not used to having a title also be a question that's directed at us. Well, Welty was disturbed greatly by the death of Medgar Evers. She didn't punch down when she wrote this story. she wrote it in such a way that made it compelling, creepy, and unfamiliar, but familiar. So that's another element of adding a little mystery, creating complexity to your stories so that what comes next seems to come out of the wall, but at the same time feel inevitable. I hope you enjoyed today's little lesson, and I'll see you guys the first Tuesday in October. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. Sorry. First and third Tuesdays. That is when we're meeting now. First and third Tuesday. First and third Tuesdays. First and third Tuesdays. First and third Tuesdays. When are we doing it? You're right. It's the first and the third Tuesday of every month. See you soon. Bye.